Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Masterclass Marathon on a Sunday. We are here to share things that you know you need to know, and there are a few things you didn't even know that you needed to know that we will be sharing. We have different speakers that come up that will be speaking this evening. Basically, what we do is we get this live started and we share information with you. So each of the speakers actually has 13 minutes to be able to speak. And then after they speak, they have 2 minutes to be able to let you guys know exactly what they have available to offer. So I am going to share the live out with other folks. Let some other people come on in and be able to get a little piece of the knowledge that we're going to be sharing this evening. Hi, Mimi. Good evening.
Good evening. It's great to be with you tonight.
Same here. We both have our hair
I
pulled
just got
back
out of the
tonight.
shower. We just got back from our Jeep event, so I wasn't sure I'd make it in time, but I'm here.
Okay. And I just came back from a walk. So I was like exercising.
I
So
love
I'm in
it.
gym gear. Yeah. Yeah. Sunday is so many things to so many of us. But I spent, the evening just making sure I got my exercise in. It's super important to me to do so.
Hi.
So, hello, healthcare
Hi.
biz. All right. Good
Find
evening. How
yourself.
are you this evening?
Thank you for
Great. Thank
having
you. Thank you
me.
for asking. Yes, we're excited to have you tonight. So we're going to do our fair share of let's click around and share this live with a few other folks to get some more people in here because we don't know who wants to and needs to hear this information that we have tonight. So you guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon. We are here. Once again, we're going to be sharing information with you about things you need to know and some things that you weren't even sure you actually needed for your life and for your business. So if you are watching, feel free to share this live with someone else. They may want to come in and watch. And if you are already here, tell a friend to tell a friend. So we are ready to rock and roll. Let's get this thing going. Masterclass Marathon. It happens on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if anyone wants to be a speaker, you just have to register to be a speaker and you can come on up and share your business with the rest of the world. So who wants to go
I'll go,
first? Who wants to
I'll
go
go
first? It's very
first.
casual. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to give you your 13 minutes on the clock. And if you do finish
Okay.
slightly sooner, that's fine as well. But I'm going to give you your time on the clock. And we're just excited to meet you. So thank you for coming. And let's get the party going. Then we'll give you 2 minutes after that to tell us more about
All
who you are and what you offer.
right.
All right, over
Thank
to you.
you so
And please
much. My
introduce
name is
yourself.
Delisa Tate of Infinite Solutions Group. And Infinite Solutions Group is a healthcare business consulting agency. I've been in the healthcare space about 25 years, a little over 25 years. Owned the home care agency for 23, recently sold, and I started my consulting agency to help other individuals that may have just been in the healthcare industry for years and just did not know how to be their own boss if that's something they want. um, Infinite Solutions Group is definitely one that can pivot you into what I call recession-proof business, because healthcare is not going anywhere, and home care agencies, which I own, play a very pivotal role in keeping people out of institutions, keeping them from going in nursing homes with staff to come, in the home, assist them with activities of daily living. May have family, however, that family, have a life and jobs, career of their own. So if that will keep grandmother out of the nursing home and into her home a little longer, we play a vital role in with baby boomers daily, growing. Home care agencies are looking to grow by 65% in the next 2 years. So with that being said, we are definitely that service is a needed service that individuals want to stay in the least restrictive setting as possible. So for the last 2 years, Infinite Solutions Group has helped several people, especially after COVID, from clear labs, group homes. We work with a lot of veterans, homeless vets program, placing them as well. So for individuals that's looking to get into either home care space, clear lab, mental health, Infinite Solutions Group would be able to assist with catapulting you into that healthcare career. If you are, looking for something recession proof, it is definitely needed. And we are here as well. We do some staffing as well. We were just recently approved as a government contractor. So we are looking to just kind of impact people that want to, you may have CNAs that have been doing it for years and just did not know which way to start. So we just recently had a masterclass, and I don't have a date for the next one. It's going to be mid-March, but I don't have the date. I apologize right now for that, but I will be posting it on my page. So the masterclass is a 4-week class that is going to take you from licensure, everything you need to kind of guide you without the pitfalls of going to that I ran into, to kind of avoid that. Business plans, your insurances. I brought someone in for the marketing piece as well. So if there is, it will just kind of expedite, I guess, your pathway from licensure, so you won't run into any roadblocks and kind of avoid what I had in my experience of opening up. So with my expertise, I think we can get you from licensure to the finish line much quicker, kind of avoid roadblocks for people that may be new to it. So we cover everything from your insurances, the policies and procedures, the marketing, your setting up your team, covering everything. So with that being said, I don't know if there are any questions for me at this point. Or I'll hold my questions to the end.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to add them to the screen, and Delisa will definitely answer your questions in regards to what she was just speaking about. So yeah, feel free to add them to the screen. You do have a few more minutes, so if there's anything else you want to share with us about like how the whole business works, you definitely have a little more time to tell us how everything works, like what people really need to know if they want to really if they're interested in getting into it. Hi, Shannon.
Well, my experience with home care, I just always been passionate about it. I was working as a home care aide and was in nursing school at the time. I decided I wanted, I was compassionate about what I did, and I wanted to take it to another level. So I started the business out of my home, actually. The first, I think 13 months, I was out of my home, and it grew, kind of expeditiously. I moved into a commercial space, grew that business within 18 months to over 1.8 million in about 18 months. And I never looked back. I just was passionate about what I did, and I feel that it's the rent I pay for being here. I giving back to somebody that cannot do for themselves, disabled. That has always been my passion. And I treated all of my clients as though they were the only client. I always pride myself with quality services over quantity. And I believe that is what was one of the reasons, as well as my caregivers that work for me. Caregivers are your frontliners, and without them, you don't have a business. So pouring into them as well. Um, they are your marketing billboards. If you provide a good service, your client is going to, tell someone else. And if that staff feel that, they're not just a number and you actually care, you have an open door policy, you know, they feel free and they feel like they're part of the company. So they're your marketing billboards as well, because they're going to encourage other people to come work there if they're satisfied. So, like I said, I have a passion for the caregivers as well as my consumers. And I've been on both sides as the owner as well as the worker. And, both roles are very pivotal in making your business a success. So that led me to write The Caregiver's Journey. It's a daily meditation for the caregiver in your life. And that you basically can't pour into others if you're not filled. So self-care for that caregiver is very, very important. So Caregiver's Journey, the link is in my bio on IG. If you're interested and want to bless a caregiver, feel free to click the link. My Amazon link is in the bio. And if you are interested in speaking with me, you can set up a consultation. That link is in my bio as well. And if you want to have a strategy call to discuss, some moves that you're looking to make, if you have an interest in going into the healthcare business, feel free to reach out and click the link in the bio and book that strategy call. So with that, I appreciate your time and thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, Delisa. So you started this business. You just shared with us how you simply started it from home. I love that you shared that, because I think there are so many people that think these major things have to happen before you actually get started. And you were able to scale immediately. And I love that you love what you do. And do you think that that's important in this business? Are you seeing people just doing it for the money and what really happens?
You have to have a passion for it. It's not for everybody, but I mean, you can do it, but I don't think it's going to be a success for a long period of time if you don't have that compassion for serving, the less needy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I have one of the ladies that's in one of my groups, and she is a beauty professional. Arnetta, can you click the mute button on the screen for me? So yeah, she's a beauty professional and she's actually moving in that direction. And she has something similar, like what you said, you did it for a reason, but she has people that she had to care for. And she just basically started moving from there. So yeah, I just love that there are many directions, many reasons why people get into it. And sometimes people fall into it and then learn that they can actually create a business from it. So I think that it's great that you shared that today. Yeah.
I just want to punch in real quick and say that I used to work in the senior housing industry when I was in corporate America, and there is such a need with the baby boomers aging rapidly, and it's such a huge group. You are absolutely right about it being a recession-proof business. It is so necessary, and so many people need the services. So congratulations on your success.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, so do you feel like you shared your information with everyone enough for everyone to know who you are and what you have to offer? Do you have anything else you need to add?
No,
Or
I
do you feel
think
like
I
you shared
covered,
enough?
if they're interested in moving forward, getting a consultation, they can click the link in my bio if they're interested in the caregiver's journey journal. They can that link is in my bio as well, and I also have a journal just to kind of it's called Embrace the Journey. That link is on there as well, just to document your journey. That's important. So it's a daily journal, and it's called Embrace the Journey.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Well, before Delisa leaves, and you can stay the entire time if you'd like, so people will have a chance to get to follow you. So stay as long as you like. And so now I would like for you guys to click the arrow above. That was the timer. Click the arrow above and give her a quick follow. If you have questions, hop in the DMs and start talking to her about what she has to offer. And maybe you can even ask her a few questions. She might be willing to answer a few quick questions, but she does have a few things available to assist you on your journey if you want to get into the home healthcare business. So thank you again for joining. And so hang out as long as you like, and whenever you're ready to go down, you can click to exit. So arrow. All right, thank you. Okay, so if you guys are just joining, you're watching the Masterclass Marathon. We're here on a Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we do is we have entrepreneurs who have information to share with you to share that info for up to 13 minutes, and then they have 2 minutes on the clock to be able to tell you what their offer is. So we are sharing our audiences, we are connecting with others, we're telling people what we know, and we're being of service to our entire community of entrepreneurs. So thank you all for joining today. Feel free to share the live out with someone else that needs to be here. Just click the arrow on the bottom of your screen and share with as many people as possible. So we're going to move over to Mimi. Mimi, you are up next. Do you want to go next?
That's fine. All right. It's great to be here with you all tonight. My name is Mimi Sheffer. I'm a social media coach for mompreneurs, and I love being a help and service to entrepreneurs and mompreneurs especially, because I understand the challenges and obstacles that moms have raising babies and building businesses. So I help with visibility strategies, branding, marketing and sales strategies, content marketing, and all things algorithm. So I want to talk to you tonight about something that I just did. My family and I are a Jeeping family, and we went to a Jeeping event this weekend, and there were some really cool marketing lessons that I want to share with you. No matter what business you're in, these are really going to be really helpful tips. So I'm calling it Marketing Lessons from the Jeeping Widget event. Now, we are a Jeeping family. I don't know, are you a Jeeping family? Drop a 1 in the chat if you are a Jeeping family. And what that means, there are a couple of different types of Jeeping enthusiasts. We are a trail riding Jeep family, which means my husband has a Jeep. He tricks it out a little bit, and we do these trail rides and meetups with other Jeep families and Jeep enthusiasts in our area. We go to several Jeep events every single year, and it's so much fun. It's such a great family event. Now, there are also Jeep enthusiasts who love tricking out their Jeeps with, cool wraps and graphics and really cool stereo equipment and lights and effects. That is not us. We do a little bit of stuff, but we love the trail rides. So this weekend in Bartow, Florida was what's called Jeeping with Jed, and it is popular in Florida and popular, in the lower southeast of the United States, because Sheriff Grady Judd is pretty well known in this part of Florida and in the southeast. So it is a Jeeping event, trail riding event, and it's located on Clear Lake Springs Ranch. It's a 2,200 live working cattle ranch. And one week a year, they turn this into a Jeep like mecca. And what they do is it takes 200 volunteers to run this 3-day event. And they meet for weeks at a time to GPS and trace and track all the trails. They create new trails. They create all these they call them obstacles, right? So there are layers of events. And what's important about that is some Jeep enthusiasts will buy their Jeeps off the lot, and they can still participate even if they haven't tricked it out with what's called lockers and lifts and a certain kind of tire and blah, 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 right? So there are different layers of enthusiasts. So they have different trails and different obstacles, including culverts and concrete pipes and tree branches that you can go over. So all that to say, it is a really cool event. So it has trail rides, it has attractions, it has vendors, it has live entertainment, and it's just this amazing opportunity for Jeep people to come together and just have a great time. So here are some really important marketing lessons that we can take away from this event. Build a community. I don't care who you are or what you're selling, what services or products you're selling. If you build a community and create connections in that community, then when you are ready to sell, then you are going to have a built-in audience of buyers, okay? So let's say that you are in the health and wellness industry and you want to build a community. Offer value, right? Offer value and tips and information for that community. Create some hashtags. Create a Facebook community, but create some stickiness with those people so that when you are ready to talk about a product or service that you are offering that community, you're going to have built-in buyers. And Jeeping with Judd did just that. They have all kinds of hashtags, Jeep Life, Jeep Girl, you know, Jeep clubs, right? They have all these different Jeep clubs. So they have built this Jeeping community. And when it's time to sell these tickets, do you know that 2,200 tickets are all that they sell for this event? So only 2,200 Jeeps can come in and go through these obstacles. They cannot handle more than that. Those tickets sold out in 36 hours, a day and a half, okay? So built-in buyers. Community creates desire. Community creates buyers. So super important lesson. Now, I want to point out a couple of people who do this really, really well. Marina Simone is one of my friends and one of my mentors. She's been my business coach over the past year, and she has created a community. She helps moms. Her tagline is helping moms go from the cubicle to the throne. Now, I want you to think about the visuals in that statement, from the cubicle to the throne. So her community, she calls them healers, because if you're sitting on a throne, you've got some heels on, right? You've got a crown, you've got maybe a fur, some jewels, and some heels. So she calls her community healers. And every time she texts them, and she has an amazing text messaging platform and campaign. It's really dynamic. She always uses visuals, and she always uses the red shoe heel emoji. So she identifies and creates a community just in her messaging and just shouting out her followers and people who take part in her challenges, okay? So if you're a woman, a mom, who is working in corporate America and wants to go from that cubicle to the throne, which is the boss lady, right? Or just being a stay-at-home mom working from home, you identify with that statement and you would identify with those women, right? So healers, she does that great. Such a great job of that. Okay, so that's just one example. My company is called Maverick Marketing. So I call my community Mavericks, right? Be a Maverick. Do things a little bit differently. So create community by naming your community, hashtagging your community, creating stickiness with your community, and a sense of belonging. Everyone wants to be seen, heard, and validated, right? Seen, heard, and understood. And when you do that, when you create connections and understanding and encouragement and support and love inside a group, then you've created a group of buyers, and they will buy from you over and over and over again. Okay, so point number one in any kind of marketing, but especially in event marketing, build community. Number two, when you are putting on events or putting on, this is virtual or live events, create a variety of events and attractions. So as I mentioned a few minutes ago, this Jeeping event had the trail rides for people who love trail riding, but it also had a number of vendors. So if you were looking for stereo equipment, right, They had 2 or 3 stereo vendors there. And what did my husband do after we got off the trail rides? He went and bought himself a stereo on day 1 and new speakers on day 2. We dropped $3,000 at this event. And I'm like sweating it. Like, what are you doing, right? But you're building in the need for these types of equipment, right? So if you have vendors that can sell to your audiences at live events, or even if you're doing virtual events, find a connection, create some breakout rooms where those vendors can talk to your attendees, right, during the breakout sessions. And you can give information, or you can offer, as a vendor, you can offer great deals on your services, products, and anything that you want to sell to this community. So the Jeeping with Jet event had a number of different types of events. So they had a car wash station. They had something called the Sandbox, which was just a big sand pit where people could just go and hang out and get in the sand and do a little bit of, having fun, raising hell. They also had the trail rides. They had live entertainment. They had food. They had a big tent where people could just congregate. So people who rode Jeeps, who loved the trails, were there. People who loved Jeep merchandise were there in droves. They had probably 6 different vendors who offered merchandise, from hats to stickers to accessories for Jeeps. Plus the wraps company. They had a number of different car dealerships that sold Jeeps or Jeep accessories. And they also had live entertainment. So the more attractions, the more ancillary services you can bring in when you're offering events or creating events, either real in virtual events or live in-person events, the more you can bring in that connects that community and sells to that community, the better off you are, because those people will spend more time at your event and they'll be more engaged in your community if they have a number of different things that they can do. And then layer your offers. For example, I mentioned that there were only 2,200 tickets for the trail rides sold. However, if you didn't have a Jeep, if you just wanted to come and go shopping, you could come in at a discounted rate or for free. I'm not sure what the level was there, but you could just shop around and watch people go through the Jeep trails, right? So that was pretty cool. But if you are putting on a live event or a virtual event, you could do a couple of different things to layer your offers. You could offer early bird pricing as number 1, right? The lowest price for those people, make them VIPs, or offer that just to the people who are on your mailing list, right? That gives you a reason to have people on a list, offering them early bird pricing. And it also is a reason for people to get on your mailing list, so they can hear from you about upcoming events and offers earlier than everyone else. And those will be your first and most dedicated buyers, right? Because they're the most devoted people in your audience. So you can layer your offers with early bird events, with fast passes. You guys, fast passes are huge, or subscription offers, right? So if you think about it, I don't know if any of you go to theme parks. We go to Busch Gardens in Tampa all the time. You can buy a fast pass for the day. You can buy a fast pass for the year. And they're cheaper if you buy them at home. They're more costly if you buy them in the park. So think about what you can offer people. This trail riding event had fast passes. So instead of waiting in a line for 30 minutes to get on a trail, you could jump to the front of the group. So I would never have thought a fast pass would work in this type of environment, but it was a great offer and people would gladly pay that offer. So early bird pricing, different kinds of services, like a VIP service, they could have offered with a free car wash at the end, a free Jeep wash at the end, but they offered the fast pass, which is another layering of offer. They could have done photo booths. They did not offer a photo booth, but they could have done a 360 photo booth like Tamika offers as her new business, which would have been so much fun. They could do celebrity sightings, right? If they had, I'm sure Sheriff Grady Judd was there at the event. I didn't see him because we spent our entire time on the trails, but if you know of a celebrity, if you know of someone who's connected to a celebrity, see if you can get a celebrity to come, even if they just appear virtually for 5 minutes, to just make people feel, excited about the event. So those are all ways that you can layer your offers, offer different things, and build in the desire for your products, services, and your events. So those are some of the marketing lessons from the Jeeping with Jen event. And I love bringing you those marketing tips because, you guys, marketing is all about psychology, right? And the more psychology you use in your strategy, the more effective you're going to be as a business owner, and the more you're going to sell, and the more your people are going to be happy, because everybody wants to buy, they just don't want to be sold. So we need to give them mechanisms to make a purchase, and then we'll do it happily. So that's my time, and that's what I've got to offer you for tonight.
All right. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much. That was good. I love we use our real life experiences to help people to understand the message, because I know a lot of people are hearing a lot of things like, oh, do this, do that. But what about what really, really happened? What really happens, So thanks for sharing that. And I took down some notes as well in regards to the marketing strategies that you were sharing, because as much as we know some of these things, we have to be, our brains have to be refreshed, and we have to add new information on all the time. So I really appreciate everything you shared tonight, because like I said, I got some tips. I'm going to be using them. So
You're so
thank
welcome.
you so much. Thank you. All right. So Mimi, is there anything else you have to offer tonight?
You can go check the link in my bio. It's my stand store. So you can find it at my handle on my Instagram bio. And my Instagram handle is Marketing with Mimi. Marketing with Mimi. You can check out the link in my bio, and you can get a free social media timing guide. And why is this important? Each social media platform has a different popular time. And so this this social media timing guide allows you to know what the best time to post on each social media platform is, so you can reach more people with every single post on that platform. So go check that out. It's at my stand store, and you can find that at Marketing with Mimi. All right.
All right. Thank you. And the easiest way, guys, is to click the arrow above and to give her a quick follow. When we close the live out, you can go over and you can DM her if you have any questions, and also click the link that's in the link in her bio for her stand store, which has that free marketing guide, the timing guide, free timing guide that she has available for your social platform, so you can post at the right times. So thank you, Mimi, for joining us today and sharing such great information as usual. And I will see you again on Tuesday night in Clubhouse. We do a room on social media, guys. So if you want to join us on Tuesdays at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, feel free to join us. All right. So thank you. So you guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon. I am Coach Tamika James. I'm the host, and I will be bringing up our next speaker, who is Miss Arnetta Rogers. If you guys want to be a speaker, you can go to masterclassmarathon.com to be a speaker, or click the link in my bio right here on Instagram. You also can go over to Entrepreneurs Speak with Tamika James on YouTube, which is my my actual podcast, and you can go over there and watch these sessions as well. So we are on session number 70 something right now. Okay, we've been doing these masterclass marathons for quite some time, so thank you all for watching, and thank you for being here tonight. So without further ado, let's bring Miss Arnetta Rogers up to do her segment tonight. She has 13 minutes on the clock, and if she uses all of them, that's fine. If not, then let me know when you're ready to stop speaking, and then we'll give you 2 minutes on the clock to let us know what you have to offer. All right, over to you, Arnetta. Now you have to unmute yourself.
I forgot about it. Yeah.
Please. We would like
Thank you so much for having me. I always love to come and, on your platform when you invite me. It's just a pleasure. And it brings me, new, people to my platform as well. So just thank you so much for that, Tamika, because you don't have to, but you do. And I love you for that. But for those of you who don't know, and hello to you, the other guest that's on with Tamika, I didn't get your name. But I did get a little of what you had going on, and kudos to you. But I am Arnetta Rogers. For those of you who don't know, I empower and educate small business owners to manage a legitimate business, build generational wealth, and live healthy, happy lives using digital optimization. And today I'm on the platform, and I'm talking about how to obtain generational wealth using sound money. That's gold and silver collectible coins for your retirement, your nest egg, your children's college, your grandchildren's college. It's just another way for us to save and prepare for the long run. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and my system that I created so that we can have all of these things in one place as small business owners and entrepreneurs. Okay, now I want to first talk about decluttering the mind. When I first came into Tamika's space, one of the things she did was you got made way more in you. Mine is declutter your mind, sort of kind of a way to eliminate or purge some of the limiting beliefs that we have before we can begin to free our mind and mentally grow. Okay, so I always offer that to those who come on a discovery call with me, because a lot of us just jump into things and we're not clear about what we want and which direction we want to take our idea, and decluttering your mind helps to do that. So I want to briefly talk, I only have 13 minutes, about the difference between 401k and your tax-free savings with sound money. And again, sound and money is just gold and silver, simply gold and silver. 401k, you're on your job, you build your money, sometimes they match it, right? But what they don't tell you, and they do, they tell you, but they don't really tell you about the taxes, the tax implications that come with having a 401k. And for those of you who have already retired or tapped into your 401k, because even when you borrow it, you're taxed, okay? You understand how quickly that number could change. 100,000 can turn into 50,000 very easily, and you have yourself saying, well, where's my money? Wait a minute, I knew I had more than this. And you look at on the other side and see what Uncle Sam has taken from you, then you understand that, oh wow, the money that the company put in, shoot, they just took it right back. I really didn't have as much as I thought I did. But when you look at sound money, right? Sound money, and it, again, there are other ways to build, retirement planning, right? Because again, you have your insurance plans and IULs, Index Universal Life. You have your annuities for those who are 50 and over, right? But sound money allows you to begin saving and accumulating wealth at a faster pace. I'm going to show you right here one of my silver coins, right? These are gold and silver collectibles. This right here is a silver one. If you can see that, isn't that pretty? Right? But what you really see as well is that it's encapsulated. It's in this capsule. And you see that barcode there? That barcode is specific to you. So if someone tries to steal this, this has your information. They can't do anything with it. But what you can do is let the value on it accumulate as you stack and stack and stack, right? You see where I'm going with this? And stack your collection. And then you look up 18 years later, just one of these a month for 18 years is over $500,000 in today's time. Well, I have two grandchildren. What do you think that's going to mean for my grandchildren when I turn this over to them? If I save two a month, guys, that's over $1 million in today's money. In today's money. So 18 years from now, what type of wealth are you going to leave behind? Okay, well, you might ask, well, how much does that cost? How much is it going to cost me in order for me to save one coin a month? I'll get to that later really quickly because I only have a little bit of time, right? So I really wanted to come on to share with you what that is, what it means, and the fact that it comes straight from the mint, right? Why is that important? It's important because the mint only distributes the coins through a network of official distributors called authorized purchasers. Again, why is that important? Because the company that I am associated with, we have one of these authorized dealers right within the company. And it's only 12 in the world. So that says a lot about the credibility of this company and them providing these coins to many people, all races and creeds, everyone. It's millions of people who have these coins. You might say, well, I can buy the coins from somewhere else. Yes, you can. But again, you won't have access to the authentication of it. You won't have access to what we call the sound money wallet, which is attached to your silver and gold wealth as it grows. Okay? That sound money wallet is attached